With the round of 32 now over and the round of 16 draws being confirmed, let's go through and predict who I think is going to make it through to the quarterfinals. Let's start off with arguably the game of the round of 16. Western Sydney Wanderers take on Adelaide United in one of two All A-League clashes. The Wanderers were clinical against Florida Athena, beating the West Australian NPL side 6-1. Lockie Brooks scored 5 of those against Florida Athena, but he'll be coming up his former team in Adelaide United, who looked shaky at times against North Coast City and NPL 2 side from Victoria. But they still got through thanks to an early goal by Craig Goodwin and a late sealer by Zach Clough. It'll be a good test for both A-League sides who will look to improve on last year's performance in the A-League. I can see this game going extra time, but it's going to be entertaining nonetheless, and I'm going to predict a Wanderers 2-1 win here. The next game in the round of 16 is the current NPL Queensland champions Gold Coast Knights taking on Western United. The Knights got past NPL side Devonport City Strikers, beating them 1-0, but they dominated the game and they really should have had more goals to their name. But they'll be coming up against a very strong looking Western United team who got past Edgeworth with relative ease in the last round. The Melbourne side won that 4-0 and are looking to recapture the form that won them the 2022 A-League. I think getting a result from the Western United game is going to be too much of an ask for the Gold Coast Knights, and I'm going to predict a Western United 3-1 win. On to Metro Stars taking on Inter Lions, two teams that breeze past their round of 32 opponents. Metro Stars and NPL South Australia's leading goal scorer James Temilkovsky will be looking to impress after a 2-goal display in their last Australia Cup game. But Inter Lions will be no pushover, however, after putting 6 past Hellenic Athletic in their round of 32 game. All signs point towards an entertaining and high scoring game, and I'm going to go for a Metro Stars 4-3 win. Up next, we have a rematch from last year's Australia Cup, and it's the semi-final rematch between Brisbane Roar and Sydney United. The Roar were able to sneak past the Newcastle Jets in their round of 32 game after an Alex Parsons 118th minute winner. And the Brisbane side have already looked like they've improved under Ross Aloisi. Sydney United played out a very entertaining game against Broadmeadow Magic, winning that one 4-2, with 4 goals coming in just the first half. But I think the Roar will get their revenge and they'll win this one against Sydney United 3-2. Onto another game being played in the Sydney area with Mount Druitt Town Rangers taking on Heidelberg United. The Victorian NPL side put 3 past Moreton Bay United in their round of 32 clash with 2 absolute stunners. Kane Shepherd and Josh Pinn scored from identical spots within the first 15 minutes, whilst Mount Druitt got past Canberra FC thanks to 2 second half goals from Anthony Frangi. Mount Druitt haven't been in great form in the league this season. I'm going with a Heidelberg 3-1 win here. Melbourne Knights taking on Campbelltown City is the last of the all NPL fixtures in the round of 16. Campbelltown City pulled off the cup set of the tournament so far, beating Macarthur Bulls, the reigning champions, 2-1. And they beat them quite convincingly as well, as Macarthur scored their only goal in the 94th minute. As much as Campbelltown impressed against Macarthur, beating them in the round of 32, I think Melbourne Knights will be too strong at home and win this one 2-0. Now onto the All-Sydney matchup with Apia Leichhardt taking on Sydney FC. Sydney FC of course got through in that dramatic penalty shootout against the Central Coast Mariners, where 21 penalties were taken before Andrew Redmayne stepped up to take the 22nd penalty and put Sydney through to the round of 16. Whilst Apia Leichhardt had a much easier time out in the round of 32, beating Goulburn Valley Suns 4-1. And that was thanks to braces from Jack Stewart and Jason Romero. But I think this is going to be too much of an ask for Leichhardt, and I think Sydney are going to win this 4-2. And the final game of the round of 16 is almost a guarantee in this tournament. It's Wellington Phoenix taking on Melbourne City. Both teams struggled in the round of 32, with Wellington scoring a last minute winner in extra time to get past Penn Power, whilst the 94th minute winner from Lapane got the Premier's pass for Oakley Cannons. I do however think City will find their form against Wellington and win this one 4-0. So there are my predictions for the round of 16 in the Australia Cup. Thanks for watching, and let me know what you guys think in the comments.